just gonna try something new. Here we are trying something new. I have some small projects that I would like to get done, and I just decided that I'm gonna film them and see how it goes. We'll talk about it, okay? We moved into this house about 1.5 years ago, and I have a lot on my list now. It's accumulated to a large project list. So I just thought maybe I'd start to film some of those things and share them. I don't know, maybe someone will get something out of it. So I have some sewing that needs done. I'm not the best seamstress by any means. I am going to focus on a dust ruffle for my bed. So my master bedroom right now, you can see all of my clothing storage underneath my bed. And it's not, like, it's okay. Obviously people store things under their bed, but it would be really nice if I could hide that. We chose to get a new mattress, but also to get a new bed frame that moved, which was like so wonderful. So now when I go to bed, I can like put my feet up a little bit or elevate my head, and it is wonderful. It is like the most comfortable bed that I think I've ever slept in, because I can't seem to get out of it. And I sleep really well, and my body doesn't hurt as much when I get up. However, I can't just put a dust ruffle on it, because if you have one of these beds, you kind of know that there's a bracket that is holding the mattress in place. It's a metal bracket that sticks up and, you know, runs along the side of the mattress. And that means when you get a dust ruffle, you can't just put it on. So, since I've kind of been gradually getting pieces to make my bedroom feel more like a lived-in bedroom instead of just the bed in a room, I purchased a new comforter, and I actually got a nice set that came with a dust ruffle that matches the comforter. It also came with, you know, pillow covers and a set of sheets. So I would really like to use the dust ruffle that it came with, because it's the same color as the comforter. It's gonna kind of draw that same color tone all the way to the ground and camouflage all of my storage. So this weekend's project is to take the dust ruffle, rip open the part where the bracket goes, and then I'm gonna try to put a piece of Velcro or maybe some snaps, so that once I get the dust ruffle in place, I can close up the in-between of the bracket. In addition to the dust ruffle project, I have some random hand sewing things to do. And of course, it's like my least favorite thing to do is to hand sew. So I have a few of those small projects I've been putting off. I believe I have to hem a pair of pants. I have a stuffed animal to mend, and I kind of ripped a drawstring off of my pants this week, and they're like my favorite pants that have a fake drawstring. So the drawstring doesn't go all the way through the pant. It kind of is sewn halfway on the side of the pant. And I don't know, for some reason, I just thought I could slide my pants on without undoing the drawstring, and totally snapped it. So I have the drawstring, but I would like to fix it so that I can tie it again, instead of like just having one string hanging out on one side. I haven't really got started on any of that crap, and it's Saturday night. So maybe it's a Sunday project. Or I'll do the hand sewing tonight, and tomorrow I'll do the dust ruffle. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's about it for this. That's it. Okay, good.
So like any reasonable person, I procrastinated on the bed skirt and did all of the hand sewing first, even though I hate hand sewing. Okay, here's a look at the bed skirt. You can see the crap under my bed as soon as we get to the top of the steps. There it is. Okay, I have to peel back all the layers to get to this bar that is holding the mattress in place. So I got my bed skirt out. I basically held the bed skirt up along the bed and marked where the bar was. I put some pins in. This is super boring, so let's just speed it up. Okay, kind of tucked it in, put some pins in to mark where it was. Of course, you know, the anal person in me really needed to make sure that the opening was exactly right, so I then took a tape measure and measured it twice.
Okay, that means next step is to rip out the seam and make a hole so that this can go through. And then we'll add Velcro.
And I immediately realized I didn't have any Velcro. So off I went to the store and they had this tiny selection of Velcro. So I just got what looked good.
Okay, so looking at these pants. So looking at these pants, they're elastic here. And this side seam is where the drawstring goes through this hole. So it's really only this front side of the pants. So it needs to anchor in this side seam. But I don't really want to rip the pants completely apart. So there's this bottom seam here that runs all the way around. And then there's a vertical side seam here. I think what I want to do, I don't really want to have to re-sew this whole bottom piece. I'm wondering if I can just open up this vertical one and fish it through and then sew it back. So that's what I'm going to try to do. That seems like the least amount of work to fix these pants that are my favorite. So let me try that. I will need my seam ripper. All right, let's do that. Okay, now I have like a little hole I can actually like put my finger in there. And I am now going to fish the drawstring through the front all the way to the side. Was kind of hoping to like wrap it around. Oh, look, I can get my finger all the way to the back. Okay, that should work in my brain. As long as when I sew it, I make sure I absolutely have to catch the drawstring when I sew it. This is a lot of layers. So I'm not really sure if this machine is going to be up to the task, but I might have to hand sew it. We will see what happens. All right, next, there's my drawstring. Here it is. Now I have to fish it through this hole. So I think I'm actually going to go in from the side seam because it has this nice little hard lace edge. So I think I'm going to actually use that and go in from the side to the front of where the drawstring comes out the front of the pants. Oops. I really wanted to get this bed cover from bedskirt done last weekend, and then I magically had no kids on Sunday and was like, I should do something like as an adult. So I went to lunch with my husband and did not complete that bed skirt last weekend like I planned. So it's still on waiting here to be sewed on the list of things to do here today. All right. It's like a whole bunch of like just it's like interfacing coming out when I put it through the frick. Let's not worry about that. Okay. I have it through. I have it through side. Okay. So here it looks like it was only like 1/4 of an inch holding it into place. Because there's the thread that was holding it into place pulled out. So the thing is I don't want this string to have like a piece sticking out on the front. But I know that it has to go on the front so I can tie it. But I'm going to try to wrap this or fold this little, that's the end of the drawstring, around and then sew it. And then I don't really care if it's sticking out in the back, like on the inside of the pant, because no one's gonna see that. Okay, gotta make sure the strings are even. That'll drive me crazy. Okay, so here is my loop. On this side is the string sticking out of the back. So it went from the front to the back. Boom. Okay, let's try to sew it. I'm nervous for this. So, I'm gonna hand sew this. I hate hand sewing more than anything. This is really paper thin. This bed skirt is really paper thin. Like, this white part is almost like a paper. It's not even a fabric. It seems like it's like an interface material. So I guess we'll find out. The green part is super thin, and it was fraying whenever I seam ripped it apart. This edge is really, really, it's gonna be jacked up. I think it's like so thin. Like I need to make sure my tension's set right, or else it's gonna be all like puckered and.
Right.
So, yep, there's that. So, first I need to sew the seams. So nice, fold it over and just sew them like that. And then I will put the Velcro on. That is my plan. Well, it's not super pretty, but it's done. Okay. Okay, so pretending that this is the bed here. Here's the opening. This is huge gap right now, right? I have this Velcro piece to put here. But I think I'm going to... See, I don't want it to pull over top. I want it to be pretty flat, like that. So I think I'm going to take some of this ribbon and put the ribbon on the very edge of this, and then put the Velcro on top of the ribbon, and so it will hang down here. That's the idea. And then I think for this part, the Velcro can just go straight onto this underside right here, and then it will just
It took me way longer than expected to do this project. And I thought that this was just like real easy, start small, do some small little boring things, because that's what they are. They're like little boring tasks. And it seriously took me about 2 weekends just to do mending on small items. Some kids' things like a pair of pajamas with a hole, reattach a button, sew a stuffed animal hole. Um, and then, my pants that I went to fix, I fixed the drawstring. All of those little like mending tasks that were piled up, they took me 2 weekends to do. And then I seam ripped the bed skirt, and then actually sewing it and putting the like ribbon extender on and the Velcro was a whole weekend on itself. I think that I thought this would be quick and easy, but ultimately, when you have kids and house, and I didn't rearrange any of my schedule to do it. It wasn't like I was canceling and saying, sorry, I have to fix my bed skirt, so I can't go out and do that. It was just fitting it in between other things. And honestly, videoing it and recording pushed me to complete it because it had been on my list for quite a long time. And I don't like to hand sew and I'm not the best sewer, so I don't always just, get it done. So I am really happy that it is finished. It looks really good. I love that it lays flat and I can't see the underneath my bed anymore. The cat loves it the most. I think that she loves it the most. She now, ever since I put the bed skirt on, hides under there and she will like randomly attack your feet. She thinks it's her little fort. She's constantly under the bed and trying to play through the bed skirt. So she has thoroughly enjoyed having it finished and on the bed. I think that I've learned to just get it done. Like I really just need to do it, right? And it's not that hard, and I can apply, myself a little bit more and I can get it done. I feel like I could have done it faster if I, didn't take a lazy day, although I rarely take a lazy day. I also feel like through filming it that it's a little harder to talk to yourself about things. It's awkward. So voiceover is a little bit easier because it feels scripted and you can just record it several times. But sitting here and talking is a little bit more challenging. You have to put a voice to your thoughts. And especially when you have a house full, it's a little bit hard to let go and just talk. So hopefully that is something like it's a little easier. I'm hoping to get more out of that through this process this year. Um, but I'm very excited to finally be done with this and ready to move on and start the next project. I don't know if you've made it this far, then good for you. Is this where people are subscribe and like my video? I hope that you follow along and I will see you on the next adventure. Bye.